Hey guys, it's Shauna. Welcome back to my channel. First of all, Happy New Year's. I hope you guys had an amazing celebration. So I thought for my first video of 2018, I'm going to do my everyday makeup routine. I know I haven't done that in a while, so it has been updated. But for the most part, if you guys have watched my other makeup videos that I've done recently, it's pretty much the same foundation-wise. But yeah, I'm just going to hop right into it. So my brows are already done. It's honestly nothing new. If you want a brow routine, let me know. It's super simple since my brows are microbladed too. It's just kind of fill in the little sparse areas where I need a touch up on. But yeah, same thing. And for my everyday makeup, I don't prime my eyes because I barely wear shadow for it. So I'm just going to jump straight into primer. And since it is winter right now, I don't use my go-to Becca Evermattes because I am a little bit more dry in the winter. Not really dry because my face is like still an oil slick, but this is a bit much for the winter time. So lately I've been using the Nip and Fab Smooth Viper Venom Micro Blur, which is amazing. It blurs all of my pores. My makeup lasts all day, doesn't make me oily. And then I just focus it on my T-zone first, and then the excess on my cheeks. So I don't really rub it in, I just like pat everything in to make sure my skin absorbs everything nicely. And for my foundation, I have a lot of everyday foundations. I usually go for the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless one. That one's bombs. But I just finished using it the other day, so I don't have any more left on me. But lately I've been seeing myself reach out for the Estee Lauder Double Wear foundation. This foundation is amazing for oily skin, keeps me matte, stays on all day. The coverage is a full, but it doesn't feel like a full coverage foundation, if you know what I mean, which is why I love this as an everyday foundation and why I've been using it all the time. And there's no like special way of me applying this. I literally just go like this. I shake it and I just dab it onto my face. And for every day, I don't use a lot of this because it is buildable, it is full coverage. But if I were to do like a full glam look, I would use way more than I am right now. But this is just for like an overall kind of thing, and I don't mind if things are kind of like showing through. And lately I've actually been not using the Beauty Blender. I'm not a fan of it anymore ever since I started using these. These are the Reemake Studio beauty sponges. It comes with a large and a small one. This is actually from a local makeup artist in my city. I'll put her information in the description box below. But ever since I started using this, literally I reached for the Beauty Blender a few days after because this was dirty and I didn't like it anymore. And I'm that person who like is a ride or die for Beauty Blenders, because like it's just the one sponge that blends perfectly, and I don't like the fake ones either, like the Real Techniques ones. I'm not a fan of that either. But this one literally exceeds my expectations. It's super cheap too, like super affordable. You don't have to spend like 30 bucks on a little sponge, you know, and this one comes with two and it's awesome. And as you can see, just even a light layer, it's amazing. Like the coverage is pretty good. I still see some spots showing through, but as an everyday makeup look, I don't really care. As long as my face is all evened out, we good, sister. Alright, and so for concealer, I've been using the NYX HD Studio Photogenic concealer. This one is in the shade CW number 4, and I also mix it with this Motives Cosmetics Liquid Correction Concealer, since this is a lot thicker too, so it covers a lot of my dark circles since I have like little Gucci bags underneath my eyes. So then first I'm going to use the NYX concealer. And this concealer is pretty sheer because I love my full coverage like a MAC Pro Longwear concealer. So that's why I use the Motives Cosmetics, which is a lot thicker. So I just add in like a little bit. Like I don't overdo it with this one because it is thicker. So I just go on top of where I put the NYX concealer. I love using the MAC Fix Plus just to spray the sponge a little bit more, because I feel like Fix Plus makes sure that like my concealer isn't cakey and it doesn't crease and stuff. So I just like to use that to blend in my concealer. And I like to put the excess on my eyelids like so. I do look a little pale. That's okay, I'll fix it with bronzer later. But to set my under eyes, I like to use the Bare Minerals, what is this one? The Duo? The Translucent Powder Duo. So this was in my BoxyCharm. It comes with a translucent shade and also like a glow shade. This reminds me of the Hourglass Ambient Light palette, and I've tried it before, but I just can't justify spending so much money on powder like that. So this works perfectly fine. So then I'm just using a little brush like this, going into the translucent, and just setting underneath my eyes. And to set the rest of my foundation, I like to use a pigmented powder instead of like a translucent powder because I like that extra coverage. And since I am a little bit more pale, I just like to add the extra color. I'm using the Bare Minerals Ready SPF 20 foundation powder. This is my summer powder actually, but I don't have any more powders with me at the moment. I'm trying to do some decluttering with my makeup collection. I just use a bigger fluffy brush and I just dab it in there like a few times, like barely anything. And then since this brush is big, when I like set my face, you can't tell that it's a lot darker because it just diffuses the pigments very nicely. Alright, and for bronzer, you guys already know this, honestly no surprise, I'm using the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer. And if you guys have seen like other videos, like nothing has really changed with my bronzer routine, I guess. With a cool toned bronzer. This one is the Rodeo Beauty Instaglam Compact Deluxe Contouring Powder number 3. And I love using this bronzer to do some contour because the cool tone just makes it look more natural. So I take a flat brush and then I just sculpt up my cheekbones even more. And I just blend it into my Chocolate Soleil. And before I do blush, I like to highlight my face first and then put blush on top. That way it kind of like avoids the whole like Napolitan ice cream effect, you know, when it's like a strip of bronzer, a strip of blush, and a strip of highlight. So it blends all nicely. I like to use the Becca liquid highlighters. This one is in Opal and this one is in Moonstone. I like to mix them together because this is really pink and this is really like a white, you know what I mean? So I'd mix it for that perfect highlighting. And then just dab it onto my high points, which is my cheeks. I dab it on first and I use a sponge and I just make sure that's all blended in. A lot of people hate highlighting the nose. I love it. I'm still gonna do it. It's 2018. People are like, stop this trend. I'm not gonna stop, sis. I love this look. And then a bit on the Cupid's bow. And lately my go-to blush is the Tarte Paaarty blush. This was in the 2017 birthday, I think. This is such a beautiful blush. It's like a neutral toned pink, which I love. I'm gonna lightly put it onto my cheeks. I don't put too much blush. I'm not really a fan of blush, honestly. So all my blushes are pretty neutral. And you guys already know I'm going to be using the Ofra Rodeo Drive highlighter. I've been using this every day. It's like the best highlighter I've ever used. And the most perfect shade too. So I'm just going to take a little fan brush, tap off the excess, and then I'm just going to dab it on my cheekbones. And basically where I put the liquid highlighter. So moving on to the eyes, I literally just use my Chocolate Soleil bronzer and I go in with a little fluffy brush and then I just put it all over my lid. And I don't really film myself putting on mascara because I just take a million years because I have no lashes and it takes me like 400 years just to get like it to look or show up on camera. I'll tell you which mascaras I've used. I used the Blink Cosmetics Black Lash Primer, best primer ever, so I put this first. And then I used the Rodeo Beauty Glamour Lash Mascara XXL. And then to seal it all off, I used the Maybelline Lash Sensational Full Fan Effect. I use it in waterproof, so I top it off with a waterproof mascara to keep the curl and to basically make sure it doesn't smudge underneath my eyes. So I use that. So that is my current like mascara dream team. But if I ever have like a bad lash day, I literally just apply my Ardell Wispies and they're literally like the most perfect lashes ever. I don't think I'm going to wear them today. I don't know. You know what, I might. I'm going to do my lips and then we'll see what happens. So for lips, I've been using the MAC lip liner in Spice. So I'm just going to line my lips with that. And then for my all-time favorite lipstick, this is literally like my second tube. It is the MAC Velvet Teddy. As you can see, I'm like at its very end. You can tell I use it all the time. So then I just apply that. And I used to love this whole like matte lip look, but like I've been in love with gloss. And this Allegory Story Gloss in Plato's Cave, best lip gloss I've ever used. The shade is perfect. I want to thank BoxyCharm for sending me this one in a box months ago. I've been using it every day too. And it's just this perfect brown nude. So this is basically my everyday makeup, but when I want a little bit of extra something, I just add these wispies. They don't look too dramatic, which is perfect, so I'm just going to apply that. And to finish it off, I'm going to use another setting spray on top, which is also by Motives Cosmetics. It is the Shine No More, the No More Shine one. And this one just keeps my face matte all day because your girl's an oil slick, you know. So I'm just going to shake it up and spray my face. Alright, so this is basically my completed everyday makeup routine. For a lot of people, you might think it's a lot, but for me, like, it's whatever. I love wearing makeup. But honestly, when I go to school, I sometimes don't even wear makeup because honestly, I just go to school to get my degree and I'm out. Like, I'm not there to impress anyone at this point. I'm there for myself. But when I decide to look, you know, a little bit more glam on a daily, this is my go-to look. If you like this video, give it a big thumbs up and also subscribe to me because my resolution this year is to post more, focus more on videos for you guys. I know I've been slacking for the past year. I've been just so busy. I've been out of it. I haven't been motivated to film honestly, but now I think I'm back on track. I'm ready to go for 2018. So yeah, thank you so much for watching and I'll see you soon. Bye!